Hello, my name is Dr. Tahir Chauhdry. I am originally from Horseheads, New York. I'm an obstetrician and gynecologist in practice for 15 years. I have an office in Olean, New York, and Bradford, Pennsylvania. I am on staff at Olean General Hospital and Bradford Regional Medical Center. I am an assistant clinical professor at LECOM and the University of Buffalo School of Medicine. On Friday, May 27th, my daughter Anissa, who will be a freshman at St. Bonaventure University in the fall, and myself will be going to the largest Syrian refugee camp near Thessaloniki, Greece. We will be going as a member of the NGO Syrian American Medical Society, otherwise known as SAMS. There are about 50,000 refugees in Greece at this time. 6 months ago, the peak refugee population was over 200,000. These refugees have fled their homes in Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Pakistan. The majority of these people have left due to war, religious persecution, and other atrocities. They are going to countries such as Turkey, Jordan, Greece, and Italy. Most are trying to join their families in Western Europe. The trek is arduous and life-threatening. Some flee via land, and others via the Mediterranean Sea. This harrowing journey has been successful for some. Unfortunately, the Mediterranean route has been a graveyard for many. The Syrian people have not only been kicked out of their homes, but lost their neighborhoods, family members, friends, and their basic human rights. Many have died because of war in their homeland. The Syrians face a never-ending struggle to survive against all odds. The war in Syria, waged by the government, Al-Qaeda, and Daesh, otherwise known as ISIS, have claimed nearly 500,000 lives. This is mostly due to the direct violence and others due to the collapse of the country's healthcare infrastructure. The lack of access to medical care, poor sanitation, the spread of communicable disease, poor vaccination rates, and malnutrition has exacerbated the problem. About 2 million Syrians have been injured. This humanitarian crisis is of global proportions. The Syrian American Medical Society has established clinics in Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Turkey, and Greece. SAMS is one of the many non-government organizations, otherwise known as NGOs, that are working on the front line of crisis relief to alleviate the suffering of the Syrian people. This is a non-political, non-profit, professional medical relief organization. Many of the refugees initially entered Greece. However, the massive influx into Europe through Greece has created issues. Many entered illegally. Some have paid smugglers or life savings to be reunited with their loved ones in Germany, France, the Balkans, and other European countries. Europeans are facing a similar situation as Americans are. Illegal immigration has caused economic, political, social, and religious strife in many European countries. Some fear the possibility of terrorism since many have entered without any form of vetting. The European Union, also known as the EU, has made a deal with Turkey. All new refugees entering Greece will be returned to Turkey in exchange for approximately $6 billion. For each Syrian returned to Turkey, Europe has promised to accept another Syrian living in a Turkish refugee camp. Since the border with Macedonia is closed, about 40,000 refugees have been trapped in squalid conditions. Living in makeshift camps has become a major issue. Currently, these camps are in the process of being cleared. This will take time. The SAMS team has provided medical and humanitarian aid to these informal camps. The situation is constantly changing. Currently, the SAMS team is operating a clinic in Sindos, a government camp. I've been told by people on the ground that the current medical staff is dwindling. SAMS has sent medical volunteer teams on a weekly basis to these areas for many months. I will be providing all types of medical care. Obstetrics, gynecology, and general medicine is what will be expected of me. This will be my third medical mission. I belong to an NGO called IMANA, Islamic Medical Association of North America. I was with the first U.S. medical team that arrived in northern Pakistan in 2005. Pakistan suffered its worst earthquake and it claimed about 100,000 people and injured about 70,000. In 2013, I went with Amana to Haiti to provide medical care to the underprivileged and their own earthquake victims. Anissa, who is a senior at Olean High School, will be entering her freshman year at St. Bonaventure University. She has participated in several local volunteer activities with Olean High School, Olean General Hospital, Olean Food Pantry, and Amana. This will be her first major medical humanitarian mission. She will be my assistant. She has aspirations of becoming a physician after college. She wishes to perform medical volunteer work in her future as a physician. We will be leaving Friday, May 27th. All costs of travel, food, lodging, etc. is paid for by me. This is a true volunteering experience. Under the circumstances, NGOs such as SAMS cannot afford to pay or financially accommodate their volunteers. I will be leaving our practice, Women's Health of Western New York, in the capable hands of my staff. My wife Shabana and our other daughters, Zeba and Lena, have supported and encouraged our decision to give back to humanity. We are so lucky to live in the greatest country in the world. We have so much to be thankful for. Sometimes it is necessary to aid the less fortunate of the world. We do take things for granted. Even basic needs are hard-pressed for these refugees. Many of these refugees are doctors, lawyers, businessmen, teachers, etc. They have risked everything to find a better tomorrow for their families. Leaving their homes and lives because of war and violence is a tragedy in and of itself. Many choose to leave. Most have stayed in Syria. These poor souls are fleeing the same tyranny the world is fighting. Fanatics such as ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and the Assad regime have tarnished a truly peaceful religion. Islam does not promote violence. A few have hijacked my religion, killed and injured scores of innocent people, and displaced many of their own countrymen. With the current political climate, many fear that these refugees may exhibit hardline beliefs on terrorism. Various politicians, such as Donald Trump, have voiced their concerns. Banning a religion from entering a country is unacceptable. However, I believe that the U.S. is built on immigration. My parents emigrated to the United States from Pakistan in 1968. They left because they wanted a better life for their children. My father, a practicing anesthesiologist in Elmira, New York, entered the U.S. legally with my mother. My father-in-law and mother-in-law also left Pakistan for the same reason. Our parents are U.S. citizens and lived in the United States for 50 years. This is their home. This is our home. We have worked hard to be who we are today. Being an American is a privilege. We are all immigrants. However, I do believe that these refugees are in need for peace, stability, general welfare, and kindness. Barring them from entering the United States may be a necessity for the time being. It will be difficult and time-consuming. But entering the United States legally is paramount in my opinion. Background checks may be a challenge, but it should be exhausted. I do not want any rogue or fanatic exhibiting terroristic qualities on our soil. We all need to be vehemently opposed to violence on all levels. The amount of racism and bigotry is on the rise. Whether this is real or based solely on media rhetoric due to the election is left to be seen. I was born in Albany, New York, and have lived in the United States my whole life. To be honest, I have never had any obvious form of bigoted comments or racism directed toward me or my family. I am truly blessed. These refugees need our compassion too. I have collected over $5,000 from kind individuals of our community. Some I do not even know who they are. I will be distributing these funds to the refugees that I encounter. True compassion. We will do our best in a blog created by Joshua Hatcher, Hatcher Media. We will try to send pictures, video, and commentary based on our situation. Please follow us on our Facebook page, Women's Health of Western New York, and other social media outlets. Providing humanitarian and medical relief is the least that Anissa, myself, and all the people who have supported this mission can do. Some in spirit, other in words of encouragement, or through financial donations. We are truly blessed to be living in a beautiful country. We are all human. We all deserve to be treated that way. Thank you.